Election COI starts today. 600 traffic deaths in 5 years. And the government distances itself from oil company. I am Enrico Belfort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see what's happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The Commission of Inquiry into the 2020 elections convened on Thursday, with the chairman, retired Justice of Appeal of Trinidad and Tobago, Stanley John, pledging that the process will be fair, unbiased, objective, and professional. In presenting its conclusions to the President, the Commission will concentrate on the facts and credible evidence presented. The Commission is mandated to investigate the conditions and events preceding and after the elections. The Region 4 returning officer and other elections officers shall be paid special attention, especially when it comes to their counting, ascertainment, and tabulation of votes cast, as well as the public statements of those results as required by the Representation of the People Act. The Commission is also tasked with determining what attempts, if any, were made to obstruct, frustrate, subvert, and prevent the counting, ascertainment, and tabulation of votes polled, and a declaration of the true results of the Electoral District Number 4 as prescribed by the law. However, they did note that no one will be charged or prosecuted from the findings of this hearing. The public hearings, which will be live-streamed, will commence on Friday, November 4th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Thursday, an introductory workshop on the proposed Food Security and Nutrition Bill was held. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization is helping to develop the law. The Food Security and Nutrition Bill intends to create the required organizations to oversee the food system and to put in place procedural tools for people to petition the court if their rights are violated. The act will help to create more long-term economic possibilities in food production and eliminate hunger and poverty. Guyana would become the first English-speaking country in the Caribbean to adopt food security law if it is ratified by the National Assembly. The Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development has planned a nationwide cleanup exercise for November 12th beginning at 6 a.m. The ministry is inviting interested Guyanese to positively contribute to the beautification of their environment, surroundings, and neighborhoods. According to the release, the nationwide cleanup exercise is being organized by the National Enhancement Committee. Drivers who cause injuries in accidents are now required to visit victims in hospitals as part of a new effort to fight irresponsible and dangerous driving. This was announced by Earl Lambert, the chairman of the National Road Safety Council, during the formal beginning of Road Safety Month on Wednesday in New Amsterdam, saying, quote, "We will arrange for drivers who were involved in accidents to see victims in hospitals. They must witness the devastation they have caused." He did not specify how this will be done or whether it will also apply to fatal accident victims, but he did state that the policy is intended to convey a message to drivers to be more cautious on the road. On Thursday, 2 men pleaded not guilty to the 2016 murder of Gafour's manager, Terry Lacan, who was killed during a robbery at his home in Herstelling on the East Bank. 27-year-old David Utah and 29-year-old Patrick Ross both appeared before the Demerara High Court. The duo denied that on July the 21st, 2016, they murdered Lacan during the course or furtherance of a robbery. You're a hard-working truck owner. That's why you need only quality parts for your truck. But you might be asking, Noriko, how will I ever afford them? Well, my friend, you need to go to Powered Automotive. They stock parts for Mach, International, Bedford TM, and all models of Cummins engines. Treat your truck right. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles, or call or WhatsApp them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. You can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. The traffic chief announced on Wednesday that the nation has recorded more than 600 fatalities in the previous 5 years, translating to an average of more than 100 deaths on the nation's roadways each year. Between the period of 2017 to 2022, 604 people lost their lives, 565 males, 116 females, and 29 children. In 2021, the GPF recorded 87 fatal accidents, which resulted in 99 deaths, including that of 3 children. The nation so far has reported 80 deadly incidents for this year, which have resulted in 87 fatalities, including 6 children. Most of those collisions were the result of inebriated and speeding drivers. According to Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, the government has spent nearly $1 billion this year to renovate primary healthcare institutions across the nation. The Health Ministry completed work on 35 health centers in Region 1 for a total cost of $99.3 million. Region 2, 24 health centers refurbished at a cost of $99.9 million. Region 3, 31 health facilities, $99.7 million. Work on 30 institutions in Region 4 cost $138.9 million, while 14 health centers in Region 5 cost $46.9 million. 16 facilities in Region 7 totaled $99.6 million. 22 sites in Region 8 received $99.5 million in renovations. 53 and 17 facilities in Regions 9 and 10 were renovated for $99.9 million and $48.9 million respectively. So I guess that averages close to about $100 million per region. The newly built Monrepo Market on the East Coast will be fully operational for vendors within the coming weeks, according to Minister Nigel Donwell. Donwell pledged to return the merchants to their stalls before Christmas, despite the fact that they have been displaced since February. He informed them that beginning next Monday, they will help the Neighborhood Democratic Council construct the individual stalls for each vendor. Now for today's oil update. CGX Energy, its subsidiary, On Energy, and Frontera Energy have commenced the process of relinquishing ownership of 2 oil blocks in Guyana. That is the Demerara and Berbice blocks. The government delivered a deed of surrender on September the 20th, according to CGX, to formalize the procedure. The businesses signed the surrender paperwork for both the Demerara and Berbice petroleum prospect licenses on September the 30th. According to the deal, they were to drill 2 wells in Demerara before next year, as well as 1 well and seismic data collecting in the Berbice concession this year. According to Jagdeo, both blocks will be available in the coming weeks for the upcoming offshore auction. In other oil news, the government has taken note of a new statement reportedly published by Delta Energy and Petroleum Company and carried in the Guyana Chronicle News yesterday with the heading of 10,000 jobs lined up as funding secured for Berbice-based oil refineries. The government wishes to state unequivocally that it has had no discussions with DEPCO and has made no approvals or obligations to the said business in respect to the establishment of oil refineries. Furthermore, after receiving many unsolicited offers, the government welcomes bids for interested parties on October the 15th for the design, financing, and building of a 30,000 barrel per day oil refinery to be built on Crab Island in Berbice. It's November, which means it's officially robbery season. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest. Now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is the 2016 Toyota Crown Athlete. It comes with Bluetooth mag rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cars for $9.95 million, or pay as low as $1.99 million down with around $170,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info. Visit the showrooms at Lot 171 Peter O'Shea, Queenstown, Lot 2 Lama Street, and tell them we can send you for this sweet deal.
As an independent online news entity, being politically objective can cost you a lot of money in lost sponsorship opportunities. That's because most local companies are often too scared to associate themselves with a news entity that is uncompromising with the truth. We do appreciate our sponsors, as their support is what has allowed us to maintain our integrity without fear and remain dedicated to you, our viewers. Every night, thousands of viewers rely on Uncut News because they are tired of the biased and poorly presented mainstream media in Guyana. But to truly compete, we need your help to grow Uncut News from being the most watched online news to the most watched news in Guyana, period. Help us by becoming a monthly subscriber today. There are special rewards at every subscription level, including your name in the credits, personalized gifts, and more. Your monthly contribution helps us to stay independent by spending less time worrying about paying the bills and more time on keeping you informed. So click the link in the description of this video and become a subscriber today.
Now for our Uncut News Viewers Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. Last night I asked, how do you feel about us possibly bringing in Afghan refugees? Colin Pratt says, no, I would not accept it. We can't even fix our own house for ourselves. How can we help others? Indeed. Nick Marciano says, Guyana shouldn't accept anyone, because she has her people to deal with, and taking in refugees would be a bad idea. Guyana doesn't have proper infrastructure for its own people, much less others. Take that money and put it towards the development of Guyana. Qui Diddy official says, another breed in the melting pot. Well, when you say it like that, a set of Afghani Douglers and Buffianos doesn't sound half bad at all. Aha! And finally, Junior Youssef says, I'd rather the government give the Afghan people a chance to live in Guyana rather than the Venezuelans who come to this country and disrespect our Guyanese culture. Strong words, but I see where you're coming from. Now for tonight's question. The government wants to institute a program in which drivers who cause injuries in accidents would be required to visit their victims in hospitals. What are some other things the government could do to try to discourage bad behavior on the nation's roadways? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.